Your story. Your story is worth all the money, all the happiness, all the success in the world. Your story, not other people's story. Because instead of you being ashamed of your root, being ashamed of where you come from, what happened to you when you were a kid, who broke your heart, the amount of failures you made, use everything that is about you and embrace it because it's your story and because nobody's living your life. What happened? Like, a lot of people think that, oh no, I wish I had different parents. I wish I had a different childhood. I wish I knew how to do this. I wish I wrote that book. I wish I had this type of friends. I wish I had that car. I wish I had that house. Guess what? You don't have it. But you not having it is because you have something else. Whatever it is that you have, use it to your advantage. Use it to elevate yourself. Use it to empower yourself. Use it to create and to build the life you want for yourself. Because every single thing that happens to you in life, you can use it to your advantage or you can use it to destroy you. You can use all the failures, all the mistakes you make as a reason for you to not have have low self-esteem. Or you can use your mistakes, your failures as a reason to keep going because you embrace it. Again, use your country. Somebody broke your heart. You were abused. You failed in school. People didn't believe in you. You are a billionaire. You are poor. You are skinny. You are fat. You know how to read. Use whatever it is about you and make it count. Stop using whatever happened to you as a reason of why you are not succeeding, why you are not making money, or why you are the way you are. Because guess what? You are not in control of what happened to you, but you control how you react to those things. You control how those things can affect you. For example, I can be like, oh, well, I started making videos. Nobody believed in me. They were like, oh, you talk too much. Stop making videos. You so loud. I could have used that reason. I could have used those people's voices as a reason why I'm not making videos no more. As a reason why I have low self-esteem. I could have used me being bullied in high school as a reason of why I have low self-esteem. I don't believe in myself. I don't have confidence. But I switch it up. I use my bully as an energy to keep going. I use that pain as an energy to keep going, to educate myself, to empower myself, to make my life count for me. People didn't believe in my videos when I started making my videos, but I use that negative energy as a reason to keep going. Why? Because I switch it up and because I did not let nobody's opinion and I did not let what happened to me in the past define where I'm going. You are in charge of your destiny. You are in charge of where you end up in life because you are in control of yourself. You are in control of your mindset. You are in control of your actions. You are in control of your habits. Use it. Use your story. Use your beginnings. Use how horrible your life is. Use how horrible your childhood. Use how poor you are, how broken you are. Use your misery to empower yourself. Because if you let the negative thing that happened to you put you down. Oh, because I didn't have that. Oh, because people didn't believe in me. Oh, because I was abused. Oh, because I fell. Oh, because my parents didn't believe in me. Oh, because people made fun of me. If you use all of those things as a reason to stay low, to stay down, you are never going to win. Use it as energy. Use it as reasons to level up. Use it as reasons to keep trying, to keep grinding, to keep hustling, to simply move forward. And that's your story. And your story is worth all the billions, all the money, all the happiness, all the success in the world. Do you know why? Because you are worthy of that. But you got to believe it and you got to know it. Because, for example, look at the superheroes. Why do you admire the superheroes? Why do superheroes inspire people or motivate people? Because every superhero or every villain, whatever happened to them, good or bad, they use it to do something better. They use it to create something. They use it to build something. Because if you look at every superhero beginnings, something happened to them that broke them, that made them feel as they are not worthy. They cry, they fail, they lose their parents, or they lose their friends, or they lose money. But they use all of that negativity, that insecurity, that pain, those challenges, those adversities, they use it to become a superhero. They use it to reach their higher self. But how many of you are letting whatever is happening you to control you? You are letting your past control you. The things you did wrong, your insecurities, your failures, your mistakes, your ignorance. No. use whatever it is to elevate yourself. Use your insecurities as a reason of why the way you are. No need for you to hide it. Embrace it. Embrace your story. Embrace the person you are fully. Embrace where you're coming from. Embrace all the horrible things that happen to you. Embrace all the amazing things that happen to you. Embrace where you want to be in life. Embrace how your parents treat you, good and bad. Embrace the people who have broke your heart. Embrace your failures. Embrace your mistakes. Embrace your tears. Embrace your smiles. Embrace it all so you can use everything to make the story. If you had to write a book about your life, what is that book is going to be about? Are you going to hide, deny, cover, ignore all the things that were not perfect, the things that were ugly, the amount of time you fell, the amount of mistakes you made, how horrible or how amazing your childhood was, the things you went through when you were in your 20s, in your 40s, in your 50s, when you were a teenager? What is the story of your life going to be about? And I'm telling you, your story is worth billions and trillions. And because, pro tip, the more difficult things you go through, the more pain, the more adversities you go through, whenever you make it and you share your story, it's going to be more impactful. It's going to be more powerful. It's going to be more life-changing. Why? Because you are going to be able to tell people how horrible you were, how devastated, how broken you were. You're going to tell people all the horrible, the failures, the mistakes, the adversities, the challenges, all the things that you went through. But those things did not stop you because you use all of those things as energy to keep going. Because all the stories that you have here nowadays that inspire you or motivate you, those are stories of people who were broken, people who were devastated, people who were like, they reached the point that nothing is happening good in their life. But guess what? They kept going. And nowadays, they are sharing their stories and you are getting motivated and inspired. You don't get inspired by the good things they did. You get inspired by the horrible things that happened to them, but they use those horrible things to keep going. You are inspired by their work ethic. You are inspired by their mindset, their perception. You are inspired of how they were able to turn a failure into a gift. You are inspired by how they were able to turn not having supportive parents. They turned that as a blessing because they not having parents that support them and believe in them. They only had themselves to support them and believe them. You can choose all the negative things that happen to you as a reason of why you are not succeeding, you are not happy, you are not making billions, you are not what you want to be in life. Or you can use anything and everything that happened to you as energy, as motivation, as inspiration to keep going, to keep trying, to keep going, to keep trying. You can use all the things that happened to you in the past and all the things that are happening to you right now to create your own story. Because you are the owner of your life. You are the CEO of your life. You are the boss of your life. You are the one who's writing. Oh, it says, do amazing things. Amazing. You are the one writing your story. You are the one writing your story of life. Don't let nobody else hold the pen to write your story. You write your story. You write it because you are the one living it. Never ever hand the pen to somebody else, to your circumstances, the things that happen to you, the government, politician, the religion, your parents, your children, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your friend, your crush. Don't hand the pen of your life to nobody. You keep the pen of your life and you keep writing your story and you keep living your story. And because you are writing the book of your life, you are in charge of every chapter. You are in charge of every step. You are in charge of everything. If a chapter was horrible, you can write a brand new chapter. If in a chapter you make billions, you can make trillions. Another chapter. If in a chapter you were broken, another chapter you can be healed. You can be powerful. If in one chapter you were crying, in another chapter you can be smiling. If in a chapter you had low self-esteem, another chapter you can have high self-esteem. Because you are in charge of the book of your life. You are in charge of you. You are in charge of your destiny. You are in charge of where you end up in life. Again, you cannot control the things that happen to you. At all, you cannot. But you can control how those things affect you. You can control how you're going to use it. Because you can use rejection as a reason to cry, or you can use rejection as a reason to keep going. You can use your failures as a reason to stop, or you can use your failures as a reason to keep going. You can use you being broke right now as a reason to stay broke, or you can use you being broke right now as a reason, as motivation to stop being broke. You can use it as a reason to actually be rich. Think rich and become rich. You can use anything and everything that happened to you to keep on going, because you are in charge of your destiny. You are in charge of your life. Take ownership of your life, and you write the type of story you will want to listen to, and write the type of story that your kids or your grandkids, or even if you don't have kids, that if anybody can read, that story can inspire them, or that story can motivate them. Because guess what? If you are living something, your life can be amazing for you, as it should for you. But imagine if your life is the reason somebody else is smiling as well, is the reason somebody else decided to keep going, to work harder, to try harder, to believe in themselves. Just imagine. You are in charge of your life, and your story is worth billions, trillions. That is not money. That is not sufficient money to pay for your story, because you don't have a price, and because you are the universe, which means there is no limit. Again, your story is worth all the happiness, all the money, all the success, all the praise, all the billions, all the trillions. Your story is worth anything and everything that you make it worth.